And look at what's in this thing's mouth. Oh, I forgot about that.
Lobster salad.
Oh, that's him.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Before I was doing stuff like that, I was doing stuff like this. My name's Joey Antonelli and you're watching my channel. I've grown up in the same area my whole life, fishing the same waters with a family full of fishermen. Now I'm on the water more than ever. Thanks for tuning in to another episode, and if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get back at the action.
This is Joey Antonelli in the great outdoors.
It is the dive day. We're diving. We got Scott Boo Boo, Abram, and Connie in the first dive. We're gonna gear up, switch to the mast cam, and hop in this beautiful green water. That's what we come here for. We're gonna hop right into it, and hands down, this is my favorite part of going to the Bahamas. The clean, warm water, diving, looking for some real nice fish. Now, we're diving coral heads in 20 to 30 foot of water, which means it's a big old area of sand, and then these big rock formations, the coral heads, which you're seeing right here, pop up, and it kind of holds all the life. You can see the mangrove snapper, there's lionfish there, yellowtail snapper, muttons, hogfish, groupers, all sorts of life all around these coral heads. So that's what we're working with here, and the first fish we're going to start off the video with is Tarzan shooting his first ever fish. It's no giant fish right there, but 12 years old, his first time with a spear. He got down there, got himself a nice Nassau grouper, and we just wanted to give him a target. He went down there, hit it perfect, gave him some instruction on what to do afterward, and he did an awesome job. Now we're going to follow that up with Connie. Connie's going to be looking at a hogfish. We're all just looking to get a fish, get something, kind of brush the dust off, and here's Connie's look at it. Swam down, plugged in a nice hogfish, and brought it right back up to the surface. Yeah. Connie got her hoggy.
Unless you see something real bad.
Little hoggy.
I chased around a yellowfin grouper, but I didn't get him. I saw a fish scoot under here, and it was a real nice hogfish. I was kind of pointing it out, wanting one of them to go down and get it while I went down there and filmed. And you can see him kind of swimming around underneath that little cave right there. There he is, the nice hogfish going from one side to the other. I'm pointing him out, trying to get someone to come down and get this thing. But you got to remember, I'm looking at it a different way. They might not be able to see it at all from where they are. But the fish kind of spooked out of that little hole. Connie followed it, and she went down to take a nice shot. After Connie shot it, both Scott and I were right there to help her get it out of the rocks, get it up fast, because sharks are a big problem where we're diving, and we want to get the fish landed as fast as possible to avoid the sharks. Here, you can kind of see a little tactic we're using, kind of chumming them up. We had some lobster heads from the other day, and we brought some of them with us. We'd throw them in the water, get the attention of the little grunts, the yellowtails, and muttons come in on it. It's just a good way to attract some fish, just like we do with regular chum. But got the lobster head going, throwing up some sand, seeing what's around, and I was kind of just filming here. It was definitely a shooter Nassau grouper, but again, we're not trying to sink the boat in meat. We're kind of looking for better fish now, getting a little more selective as the day. So look right in that hole. You can see a nice Nassau grouper right there. I was looking at him, decided to opt out and keep looking. This is a pretty cool and funny clip. So Scott spotted this hogfish a second before I did. He shot it. The fish came flying out from under the cave. I loaded back my headhunter because I didn't know if his went all the way through. I took the shot, totally whiffed. Turns out Scott had a really nice shot on it. I grabbed the fish and I wanted to pull the spear out so I could swim the fish up to the surface to kind of lessen the chances of the fish being down there struggling and attracting sharks. And that's what we did. I left Scott's spear down there. I pulled mine up. I pulled the fish up. And we were able to land our best hogfish of the day so far, thanks to Scotty.
Nice one, Scotty.
Joey, hold that thing up.
Pulled up Scotty's fish.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Uh-huh. Heck yeah.
I barely got the camera on in time for this one. I didn't see this hogfish from the surface, but while down there, I spotted a decent hogfish, pulled back the Gorilla Headhunter sling, and got a really solid, kind of like a face shot. I didn't roll him, but he wasn't going anywhere. Super secure shot. Got the fish up to the boat. Now we're starting to get a little pile of fish going, so we can start being a little more selective and really looking for those trophy hogfish, trophy muttons that we come there for. This is a pretty cool clip, and I didn't shoot anything in this clip, but I do want to share it and see if anyone knows what this fish is. You can see that hogfish in the beginning, but then there's this black grouper with almost like a green iridescent stripe going down the side of him. Right there, I don't know what that fish is. Some kind of grouper for sure, but that's the first one I've ever seen. Now I'm making another drop down, and this, I saw the fish from the surface, and it was a nice black grouper, and I pulled back on him. I was trying to close the gap a little bit. I should have let that spear fly. I wish I did. I know I got good range with the Gorilla Sling, but then I kind of just chased him around, and I really did a poor job here. I should have went down there and sat still. Good chance the grouper would have turned and came back at me, but there we go, lesson learned. Now this is the fish I was waiting for. You can see him right there, and I thought it was a fan from a distance, and then I got my eyes focused, got a little bit closer, and I knew this was the hogfish that was going to make my trip. He's eating. I drifted down really slow and pulled the spear back early so that I wouldn't have to make any fast movements once I got close. As I drifted towards him, he kind of started nosing away, which is a really, really hard shot. It makes the target a whole lot smaller, so you can try to steer the fish by poking to one side or the other. And he gave me a little bit of a side shot. I took it, I let the sling fly, and I didn't know if it went all the way through, so I loosened up on the Gorilla Sling, I let it go, and I went to the surface to call for a backup shot.
Send Scott over here.
I asked Scott for his pole spear. He's also shooting one of the Headhunter pole spears, and I cocked that thing back. I don't know where the fish is, but I'm pretty confident it's still on there. So I followed the shooting line down, and as soon as I saw that big hogfish on there, I knew it was game over. I wasn't even going to take the chance. Hit him with a nice, solid headshot with the pole spear, and turns out my sling went all the way through. I could have ripped that fish in. It wouldn't have stood a chance, but in this case, better safe than sorry, and I was stoked.
Woo-hoo! I got my fish. I'll get him out in the boat. I'll just pass him up to you, actually. Be careful, you got him? There's 2 spears. Yeah, I'm clear.
Beautiful.
That is the one we wanted. And look at what's in this thing's mouth. Get in there real close. You know what that is? I bet there's still an animal in it. No, there's no animal in it. Hoggies! I am pumped. In the rocks a lot. Right after I got that big old hog, Scotty shot. Oh, Perry's going down too. Abram's going down. Oh my gosh, Mayhem is about to go down here.
Going.
Upside down fish. Hurry up.
Just watch it, slow down, because they're gonna come up right here. I see Abram, I don't see Perry though. I would pop it in reverse. Oh, there's Perry, you're good. Get that one. Casey's taking the handoff on Scott's dog snapper. A lot of people don't know what doggies are. Ooh, straight up and down shot. Pretty tricky. That's a plump little one. Look at that. That is a dog snapper. I've heard mixed reviews on the taste, but we're gonna find out firsthand now. Right after Scott's snapper, he didn't waste any time until he hit a really nice hogfish. And again, we're always on the buddy system, 1 up, 1 down, or 2 up, 2 down, or however many divers are in the water. I went down to try to help him with this one. The fish kind of unwrapped, came off the fan, and that was another really nice hogfish for us. I stayed down there a little bit because a lot of times the commotion will attract not only sharks, but it'll attract muttons, it could attract grouper, whatever's around usually comes in to check it out. I stayed down there looking for really nice fish, but didn't work out this time. Now we're starting to see some muttons come around. This was right next to where Scott shot that hog, so it could have came in on the commotion from that. But this mutton didn't want anything to do with me. I was not really feeling it. I was kind of winded. But the following mutton in the grass, not a giant one, he was moving fast. I led him a good ways with the sling, let it fly, and that was like a perfect shot. That has to be one of my best shots ever with the gorilla sling. And even though it wasn't a giant mutton, I was really stoked.
Nice little dinner-sized mutton.
We're starting to near the end of our day. I had another decent hogfish come in, nowhere near the size of the previous one I shot, but I decided I wanted to take him. I kind of let him a little bit, waited for him to poke his head around, and I hit him a little bit too high. Barely missed the lights out switch. But another solid shot. I knew I could just pull him up. I knew the spear went all the way through. And that's what's nice about this gorilla sling. I don't have to chase it like you do on a traditional sling. It's got the line on there. I can swim back to the surface, pull him up, and we were going to boat another nice hog. That is the hogfish.
With balls.
Oh my god, what's it doing?
Oh my god!
It's having a blowout. Kiss that.
Come on. There's a shark in there. Stop! There's a fucking shark! Oh, what is wrong with you? This is why we don't
It's just sand. Now that we got some nice fish in the boat, we can get a little tricky. I went down there ahead of Connie, but right as she got down by that hogfish, don't really know what set this fish off, but this fish just hauled butt, went around the coral head, and just started running. I was able to kind of get back up on top of it. Now this is the same fish you just saw. For whatever reason, it freaked out for Connie, but stayed perfectly still for me, gave me a really easy shot, and I was able to let the sling fly on another nice hog.
You can take the whole spear.
Don't step here. Look.
Done diving. We got plenty of fish. Connie's grabbing some and bringing them back here. Connie got an absolute stud. Wait till you see what she got. We got the hogfish, but Connie took care of a different category. There's some of our fish for the day. Honey got the grouper.
Easy, put your hand on it.
Honey got the grouper. What happened?
Well, I went to go shoot this fish, and then I took my fins off, and then the shark came at me, and then I beat up the shark, but he got my toe.
We dive all day, nothing happens, and then Connie kicks the cooler.
Does that mean like kick the bucket?
She kicked the bucket. This is what you need to do some diving. A bottle of Goombay Punch with about 90 grams of sugar.
It's the best.
Abrams had 6 of them. That is the catch for the day, and we're gonna start filleting all these big old fish up. Connie, how was the grouper? Where was the grouper at?
Oh my gosh, I saw it out in the sand, and then it holed up, and I was like, mine, and I got it.
So she blew it on that hogfish, but she got that grouper. Here's the shell that was inside the hogfish. I was gonna save it, and I knew it. He was hiding, he was tucked way up in there. But that was inside the hogfish's mouth, and he would have digested that little crab, or that shell. I guess they can break down the shell, and got that little crab. But instead, we're gonna let him go. Awesome diving. filleting, rain, everything happened. Scott, what do you have to say?
What's
Should
the
I tell a
difference?
joke or just give a speech?
You have to, if it's a joke, it has to be appropriate. It can't be the one you just said.
Oh. No, great time today. All kinds of spearing. We did it.
Go team. And then we have, for food, some Bahamian bread, garlic toast. This is a hogfish piccata.
You didn't turn this on.
We got potatoes,
Where's the
pasta.
Right here.
Oh, and this.
Joey, my favorite.
Connie, you want to grab the lighter behind you?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Lobster salad.
Lobster salad. What's in the lobster salad?
Lobster
Lobster.
salad. Cut up veggies, salt, pepper, spices on a chip. It's so good.
And Ciro mackerel.
Oh yeah. Ciro
And
mackerel. A lot of people don't know
mango.
about that.
Mango lobster salad.
Ciro mackerel sushi. Ciro's kind of like a, looks like a Spanish mackerel. If you didn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Huh?
Abram hasn't taken a shower since we got here, and all he does is play on the dock and get smelly.
Smells like ass.
But we're having some dinner now, and I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. But if we do some fishing or diving, I'll bust the camera out.